Hi everyone and welcome back. If you've been following along, you'll know that I bought a small sailboat in Auckland, New Zealand back in December and have been working hard on fixing it up whilst trying to learn how to sail. In this episode, we're heading to Australia, hiring a boat and sailing through the Whitsundays. It's going to be a real test of my sailing abilities, navigating in completely unfamiliar waters, plus a chance to pick up some new skills since the boat is a lot more advanced than mine.
Arrived here from Auckland, New Zealand yesterday evening and was able to walk straight into our airport hotel from the domestic terminal, very easy. And then we're going to go get some breakfast and then catch a flight at, we'll leave here about 7:30 and that'll be 2 hours before our flight leaves to Airlie Beach.
After flying out from rainy New Zealand, an overnight layover in Brisbane and then a flight to Airlie Beach, we were welcomed with a warm, tropical 27 degrees, which was such a nice change. We headed straight to the Marina and found the boat we'd be calling home for the trip, a beautiful Catalina 32 Mark II. It's a bit of an upgrade to mine, I'd say.
We just checked into our boat that we're chartering for the next week in the Whitsundays. It's called Rockstar. It's a Catalina 32, which sounds like it's quite a famous boat, but it's the first time for us being on board one. And we just had a little bit of a brief from the general manager because the first night is just overnighting in the marina, so we don't need to know how to operate everything too much for tonight. We're only a 32-foot boat. It's really big volume in the inside. So look, check out this seating area. See the mast comes down to the keel as well. Look at the view there.
We've got a TV, which is awesome. Very generous V berth. I'm not sure you'd want to stick two of you in here, but that's the same as my boat really. And then back out. All right.
Have a look in the bathroom. Bathrooms are always interesting on boats. So it's got a electric flushing toilet.
Treat, what a treat.
It's a wet room, so we'll be showering in here as well. Just using the sink tap, which will extend out. And probably got a little hook somewhere. Might not, you might just hold it.
I think there's maybe.
They generally pull out.
Oh yeah.
So there won't be. But it's a good sized bathroom.
It's huge, yeah.
Kelly's cool, double sink. Obviously fresh running water will be hot and cold. We've got a pretty decent sized fridge. Lovely and cold. And freezer.
Have we?
Yeah. Be able to fit lots of stuff in there too.
A freezer that works.
Yeah. Cool.
And then he said we've got a gimballing stove as well.
Yeah, LPG stove and
that's awesome.
oven. And but yeah, supposedly everything that we will require is already on board, except for food, which that's our next job, is to go and provision, which we're not looking forward to because we hate buying food from the grocery store or large amounts of it, but we'll manage.
And the next berth is at the very back, so we've got a full east to west berth that will be larger than the V berth, and we both should be able to sleep in comfortably. Follow me.
With a little sitting area.
Yeah, so I just move the bits off of the sitting area, push the pillows to the side, and it's enormous.
Wow, that is huge.
Yeah,
Perfect.
heaps.
And hatches above you as well.
Hatch above us. Cool. Okay, and then that one as well, so lots of little hatches. A drawer over here for you to put your stuff. Drawers up here as well. Here, and then what did you say this was? The engine compartment?
Yeah, engine's under there.
Okay, lovely. And then looks like we've got all our raincoats.
Which we hope you won't need.
Yeah, I hope so.
Out into the cockpit. Generous cockpit. Look at the size of it. Nice little Dodger. A couple of self-tailing winches there for halyards, I would imagine, for the head sail. Steering wheel. It's a big wind. Barbecue. It's pretty cool actually. It's got a chart plotter, wind instruments, gear lever.
Very different.
Looks like a pretty good rig. It's a salvage rig. Nice alloy mast, stack pack main with lazy jacks. So hopefully the main will just fold itself up when we put it away. Rolling head sail, just like you have at home, just quite a bit bigger.
Yeah.
Good head sail sheets, but funnily enough about the same size as your ones on your compass.
I think they're actually bigger.
But yeah, electric windlass for the anchor, all chain, which is awesome.
This is all new to me. I've not used a windlass before.
Yeah, up and down switches. Proper little boat. 6-horse Yamaha 2-stroke. Looks pretty good. I'd say we'll be towing it because Rockstar's doesn't really have enough lifting gear to lift that tender. Here's Rachel. Summer ready.
So we're just walking into town to do some provisioning for the boat. It's the first time we've provisioned for a sailboat, so that should be interesting. We have written a whole list. Well, ChatGPT has written a whole list for us. And it's absolutely gorgeous here.
Yeah, super sunny, super warm, a little bit windy, but not too windy.
Yeah, it's a bit windier than I thought it was going to be actually. So it'll be the first time that I've sailed a boat with a steering wheel and navigation gear, but other than that it should all hopefully be pretty similar.
Tomorrow at 8 o'clock we get the full boat brief, and I'm pretty sure they'll, at the same time, they'll take us out of the marina because they don't trust us to drive the boat.
Don't trust anyone to drive the boat.
Which is fair enough. And then show us how the rig works, and engine, anchor, tender. Basically they'll cover everything we need to know, and the sooner we pick it all up, the sooner we are left to our own devices, and away we go.
We took a stroll around Airlie Beach and had a peek into how the other half live at the Coral Bay Resort.
Just picked up my fishing rigs for the charter, which are hand lines that I got from Burns Co, and it's rigged up a bungee system, so they'll just troll out the back without actually having to use proper fishing gear, and then if a fish gets on them, the bungee will act like a fishing rod. But what happened was I had to cut the hooks off for the flight, and obviously you can't catch fish without hooks. So fortunately the same guys that we got the snorkel gear from had some fishing gear, and they were very nice for $20 to rig all my lures back up again. So ready to rock.
As usual, we seek out a bargain and find a 2-for-1 pizza at the local restaurant for our evening. The next morning, Charter Yachts Australia came down to the boat and gave us a 3-hour briefing. As usual, they take the boat out of the marina for all guests and run a few tests to check our sailing skills before letting us out on our own. See you guys. Thank you. Bye. The wind was a bit stronger than we'd hoped. We were aiming for a gentle introduction to the boat, but the gusts were hitting up to 25 knots. Still, we set off, making our way towards our first anchorage for the night. As part of the charter, we had to do scheduled check-ins at 8:25 a.m. and 3 p.m, letting them know our location, how much anchor chain we'd let out, and our plans for the next day. We also had to be anchored by 4 p.m. and weren't allowed to leave the next morning until we had full visibility of bommies. Our first anchorage was at Nara Inlet, a tranquil, fjord-like bay on the southeastern tip of Hook Island. It's known for its sheltered anchorage, clear waters, forested hills, and a cultural site with ancient Aboriginal rock art, making it a safe and peaceful retreat for sailors. We anchored safely, and the charter company was happy with our setup. We had a little explore around the inlet, and I spent some time practicing using an outboard on the tender and approaching the boat safely, since my tender at home doesn't have an outboard.
The side of the boat, outside. Wow.
Join us in part 2 of this 3-part series of sailing around the Whitsundays, where we head south to the stunning Hamilton Island, our engine stops working, and then we sail on to the famous Whitsundays beach. 2 of the absolute highlights of this